Spartacus. The name still echoes with defiance, a whisper of rebellion against tyranny. A Thracian warrior forced into slavery, he transformed from a gladiator into a beacon of hope for the oppressed. His rebellion, a desperate struggle against the might of Rome, shook the very foundations of the Republic. It was a fight for freedom, a fight for dignity, a fight for the very soul of humanity. Spartacus, in his final stand, became a legend, a symbol of resistance that transcends time. Born in Thrace, a land known for its fierce warriors, Spartacus's early life remains shrouded in mystery. Sold into slavery, he found himself in the brutal world of gladiatorial combat. The arena, a stage for death and spectacle, became his training ground. But Spartacus yearned for more than the fleeting glory of the arena. In 73 BC, Spartacus ignited the fires of rebellion. He and a small band of gladiators, armed with kitchen knives and sheer desperation, broke free from their prison in Capua. Their escape marked the beginning of a 2-year uprising that would send shockwaves through the Roman world. Spartacus's rebellion was not just a sudden outburst of violence, it was the culmination of years of simmering resentment against Roman oppression. The Roman Republic, for all its glory and power, was built on the backs of slaves. Millions toiled in misery, their lives deemed expendable, their humanity denied. Spartacus's rebellion was a crack in the facade of Roman invincibility. The escaped slaves, under Spartacus's leadership, moved south towards the promise of freedom beyond the Alps. They plundered Roman estates, their actions a taste of vengeance for years of suffering. Every victory bolstered their ranks, attracting more desperate souls yearning for liberation. Their success sent shockwaves through Roman society. The wealthy, used to the luxury that slavery provided, began to fear for their lives. Spartacus, however, was not driven by vengeance alone. He understood the importance of unity in their desperate struggle. He broke down the barriers that divided his followers, uniting them under the banner of freedom. His leadership was not just about military strategy. It was about igniting a fire in the hearts of the oppressed. Marcus Licinius Crassus, a wealthy and ambitious Roman general, saw an opportunity in the chaos. He understood that crushing the slave revolt was his path to power and glory. Crassus, with the full backing of the Roman Senate, assembled a formidable army, determined to crush Spartacus and his rebels once and for all. The clash between these two forces, one fighting for survival, the other for power, was inevitable. The final confrontation loomed near the Silarus River, in the shadow of Mount Vesuvius. Spartacus, realizing the overwhelming odds, knew that this might be their last stand. Despite facing a larger, better-equipped Roman army, Spartacus and his rebels were determined to fight for their freedom until their last breath. They had tasted freedom, and death was a small price to pay for avoiding the shackles of slavery once more. The night before the battle, a palpable tension gripped the rebel camp. Spartacus, ever the inspiring leader, rode through the ranks, his words echoing in the stillness of the night. The morning sun rose over a scene of impending carnage. The Roman legions, disciplined and ruthless, stood in stark contrast to the ragged but defiant army of Spartacus. The air crackled with tension as the two forces collided in a maelstrom of steel and fury. The clash of swords, the screams of the dying, the cries of defiance painted a horrifying yet awe-inspiring tapestry of desperation and courage. Spartacus, a whirlwind of fury, fought with the strength of a man possessed. He knew this was his last chance to strike a blow against the heart of the empire that had enslaved him. His courage, his unwavering belief in his cause, inspired his followers to fight with extraordinary ferocity. They fought for every inch of ground, for every breath, knowing that their lives, their freedom, hung in the balance. Despite their desperate courage, the tide began to turn against the rebels. Roman discipline, coupled with their superior numbers and equipment, slowly began to take its toll. Spartacus, wounded but unbroken, fought his way towards Crassus, seeking a final confrontation with the man who represented everything he was fighting against. He sought not just to kill Crassus, but to kill the symbol of Roman oppression, to inspire his followers even in defeat. The details of Spartacus's death remain shrouded in the mists of time, a testament to the chaos and brutality of the battle. Some accounts depict him falling amidst a mountain of Roman dead, his defiance unextinguished to his last breath. Others speak of him being captured, his spirit finally broken by the overwhelming might of Rome. Regardless of the manner of his death, one thing is certain. Spartacus died a warrior's death, fighting for a cause he believed in, a cause that transcended his own mortality. The rebellion was brutally suppressed, the survivors crucified along the Appian Way, a grim warning to any who dared to challenge Roman authority. The road from Capua to Rome became a gruesome spectacle, lined with thousands of crosses, each bearing the body of a rebel. It was a chilling reminder of the price of defiance, a stark message to any who dared to dream of freedom. Though defeated, Spartacus and his rebels achieved something far more significant than military victory. They exposed the vulnerability of the Roman Republic, revealing the cracks in its seemingly invincible facade. Their rebellion served as a beacon of hope for the oppressed, a testament to the power of the human spirit to resist tyranny, even in the face of insurmountable odds. The story of Spartacus continues to resonate throughout history, inspiring generations to fight for justice, equality, and freedom. Spartacus, the gladiator who defied an empire, continues to remind us that even in defeat, the pursuit of freedom is a fight worth fighting.